All right, so let's go to the guest of honor today. Is somebody that I love very much that has had a major impact in my life as far as the period. Besides your wife, the women in your family that have unconditional love for you is your mom and your grandma. And we lost my grandmother a year ago, both my grandmothers, but they have unconditional love for you and support you no matter what type of crazy idea you have. They want to see you win and succeed. So I want to bring up, and I'm going to do a proper introduction in a second so you guys can see her face right now. My mom, Cheryl Ivey. Mom, are you there? Can you hear me?
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I hear you, big man. Oops,
It
sorry.
only took it only took 2 seconds. two se- 2 seconds. You gotta love it when you guys just you just heard my mom what she calls me. All
Oops.
right, well that's okay. I love my mom, and guys, I gotta tell you, my mom is a wonderful woman. She has a lot of success and accolades in her life and her career, coming from Compton, California, holding our family together, marrying my dad, the luckiest man on earth next to me, marrying my wife is, and I know he's around there in the background. And she has, I mean, the words can't express what she means for me, my brother, our family, and molded to where we are today. My brother's now a doctor, and I have my college degree. I have my own business, and that attributes to the family environment we had, the upbringing, the trust in the Lord, and everything that my mom and my dad have provided for us. Now, one thing about my mom is, and I always say this about my parents, they're not too technical savvy. In fact, just getting on today, we had an issue. Like, Mom, did you remember your password?
No, this is very traumatizing. 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, Mom, let me ask you first. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm honored that you wanted me to come on and be on your program this morning. I'm very honored that you think that highly of me and feel comfortable enough to have me on. Uh, I'm a
Well,
nervous wreck.
it only took 2 seconds for you to say big man. Well, but for one, I will say my parents, they just celebrated their 46th anniversary, 46
Yeah,
years.
yes.
And also, my dad just celebrated his 70th birthday. So congratulations, Mom. Just real quick, tell everybody how does that helped 46 years of marriage? What was the secret, the key for that longevity?
I'm sure a lot of people will say this is probably a cliche statement, but it is a statement that my parents raised me on, my grandmother raised me on. First of all, you give all honor and glory and grace to the Lord Jesus Christ. And through prayer, I believe in prayer. Prayer changes things. And also, what's presented the longevity in our marriage is communication and understanding and being patient. And most importantly, love. You got to love that person and show that love and respect to them. Be conscious of who they are, respect them for who they are, be patient with them, and love them for who they are. That's it.
Well, I gotta say, growing up, I saw nothing but love inside the family, and what with you and Dad, and you guys are a testament, a living example of what's possible. So again, for my parents, fortunately, I was sick during the anniversary time, and I was about to travel, and you guys were traveling too. So congratulations on the anniversary, and here's to another many more years coming in the future. Now,
Absolutely.
I gotta ask you this, Mom. Do you believe that education is important? Why do you believe education is so important? Did you want to steal with me and my brother?
It's a generational quote that has been passed down. First of all, the Bible says, "Study to show yourself approved," and that relates to not just studying the Bible, but also educating yourself so that you can show yourself approved to the world. Education opens many, many doors for you. And it was extremely important for our ancestors to stress that to us, the importance of education and how you can make it in this world through education. There are a lot of people, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people who are very successful without having an education. But for our ancestors, the way to make it in this world was to be educated.
Absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
something, that's education is something that knowledge is something that no one can ever take from you.
There you go. You guys see where I got from. Well, one reason I bring that up is my brother and I both have a college degree. It was not even a question of whether we were going to college or not. And we not, well, I know myself may not have gone to the path that my parents originally designed for me, but we found our way. And I always had that foundation of what we were taught growing up. And I'm still doing that today with teaching. So with education and in the crypto space, one thing I always say when that your mom is always your biggest supporter of no matter what you do is whenever I'm doing something new and something crazy, I run it by my mom and let her know what I'm doing. She's always the first to test out any product that I may be selling, any vitamin supplement or healthcare product. My first customer besides my wife is my mom, and she tested out. So when I got into the crypto space, I told my mom about it. So mom, let me ask you, when was the first time, if you can remember, that you ever heard of Bitcoin? Do you remember that?
Yeah, you came home, you came by the house, and you were so excited about this new industry of Bitcoin, and you started talking super, super fast, like you normally do for anything you're excited about. That started even when you first learned how to speak. And I would always have to tell you, slow down. Now give it to me slowly. And you came in the house bursting with energy. Mom, let me tell you about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blah, blah, blah. You were just spilling all of this out. And I saw your excitement in that. And anything that my children are excited about and have a passion for makes me excited. And I want to support you. So, but first I had to understand what in the world was Bitcoin? What is that? What is cryptocurrency? And you started talking to me about it. And I said, okay, let's slow it down a little bit, put it in layman terms. You know, I'm not tech savvy. I used to break your toys when you would bring them in the room for me to play with. So you did that. You broke it down into layman terms, and I totally understand it. The only time I have a little problem is when I'm trying to log on and make my monthly deposit. If they change anything on the website, I panic. And I don't want to spend money. I don't want to send money somewhere that I don't know where I'm supposed to be sending it or doing anything like that. So I always call you. I freeze. I do not make another step until I've spoken to you and get clarification on how to do it.
Well, my mom actually said something there that sparked something, because I remember, I think it was when I first brought it to her. Yeah, that's before I went to London, the blockchain expo, but I was watching different expos on the YouTube. And there were, if you've ever been to a blockchain expo and you've got the audience out there and you have a panelist, and the panelists they're supposed to be the experts, and they are explaining to you what this new technology is. And I was soaking it all in. They were doing a whole bunch of nerd talk. And so when I came back and so excited, I started, spurting it out in that nerd talk. And my mom would say, hey, slow down. You got to break this down to me. And then a light bulb went off in my head. And I told you guys, like the first time I created the crypto education, it was too much information. It went over most people's heads. And so I said, I got to break this down in a way that my mom can understand. Not that my mom doesn't understand technical things. It's just being able to explain this, because once she gets it, she gets it. So that's why the courses that you see now, and by the way, I just finished the Internet of Things, brand new 15 videos courses last night that you guys haven't seen yet. But I did it in a way that my mom can understand. And if my mom couldn't understand it, I need to go right back and do it over again. And so my mom was my sounding board. And do you remember, Mom, what suggestion that I really give you about, Bitcoin? Because you just said it, just buying Bitcoin. Do you remember that at all, what I told you?
I'm trying to think about that. You mean as far as the opportunities that it presents?
Well, with your account, what did I tell you to do with your account, your Bitcoin account?
You told me to monthly, consistently contribute
Mhm.
to that account, not to touch it, not to do anything with it, but just to monthly, consistently contribute to that account. And I remember the one time you came over and you said, Mom, have you looked at your account? No. Contributing? Yes. He says, well, let's open it up and see where you are. And you opened it, and I could not believe how much gain I had from the little bit I had been contributing. I was shocked. I was floored. I was surprised and excited. And immediately started thinking, okay, where can I put this? Where can I transfer this money? What can I do with this? And you said, don't touch it. And I haven't done that. I haven't touched it, but it's exciting to see how you can create generational wealth through using Bitcoin. And I'm just excited about the program. And I hope your followers are too, because I see the benefit in using Bitcoin.
Well, I know one time it was where Dad got real excited when he went at the grocery store and saw a Bitcoin ATM machine there. And you
Yeah,
guys called me and said, "Look, we saw a Bitcoin ATM machine." Are you guys starting to see more and more, whether even you're watching TV or more talks in the media about Bitcoin and crypto? Are you starting to see an increase in that?
absolutely. On television, you see commercials. On my phone, I get little blurbs that pop up that talk about people who are using Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I also see different countries that are getting involved with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's just amazing to me how much this has blown up to me in a short period of time since the time I've become aware of it to where it is now, where it's so commonplace.
Well, one thing that I always say, Mom, to everybody, where I had my aha moment, there was two things that I say is that one, that blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the world today, whether we like this. And I told you this at the beginning. I said, Mom, whether we like it or not, believe it or not, trust it or not, you're going to start seeing this all over the place, and we're not going to have a choice. We have to know about this if we want to survive
Yes,
in the future. But the
yes,
second thing that I learned that I also share is that cryptocurrency represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind for the most amount of people because there's no barrier of entry. All you need is a cell phone and a willingness to learn. And when I look at the community, and I don't think I told Dad this, that we're about to have a major push with the SEAM network with bringing crypto education to the masses and doing Bitcoin boot camps. And do you think that there's going to be value in with just the community of people who have never heard of Bitcoin, maybe not, might have never gone to school before, a need of knowing about this information?
absolutely. And I think that's where your courses come in, to really educate people about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and how they can improve their lives through using it. Like I said, knowledge is power. And once you learn the system and learn how it's going to impact your life, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. I have a very, very big family, you guys, and the hardest thing is when your family sees you that's doing something, they may not always understand it or really want to be behind it until much later, until they really start to see the results. One of our family, our cousin Marnita, for the last 3 years has been really,
Hi,
I
Marnita.
mean, tearing this up. She's on here right now too, Mom.
Good morning,
Watch.
Marnita.
And she, I mean, and I wish we'd have more family, but they watch. A lot of them watch because of Lisa, Jennifer, China, Mika, they all watch. And even Aunt Jenny, I see her, she pops in from now and then. And cousin Lisa says she's going to watch a replay because she couldn't wait to see you on the internet because she's always seeing my crypto talks and everything. But Mom, and I know you were nervous
Yeah,
as you've gone on.
there was
You're
no, there was no preparation. You're asking me questions I have to answer off the top of my head. Later, when I see this, I'm going to say you could have done a much better job.
Oh, no, 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 no. I did that on purpose. I wanted them to see your natural, because this is what I see when I talk to you and I share things with you, and they wanted to see, a little bit of more insight into me through you. So there's a reason why I did it that way. I didn't want to have so much preparation beforehand. I wanted you to just be mom.
Well, thank
not Gilbert Ivey's wife, but Brandon Ivey's mom is what I wanted them to see. And that side, and you're not on social media, you don't have a Facebook account,
you.
so they only see you by whatever I post or whatever dad posts.
Right.
And I want to thank you so much for the love you've instilled, the unconditional love you've instilled in us, the unconditional support, the prayers that you give for me, my family, my brother, our kids, my wife, and for being the rock in our family, and who you are. And I'm always going to be bouncing new ideas off of you, especially that I've created my own company now, the Ivy League Crypto Academy, to help continue with our legacy. And from the things that you've taught is what is the foundation of this company. I don't have to answer to anybody. I do it the way I want to do it. And so we have that control, and this is just the beginning of what's to come. So, Mom, I know you've got a busy schedule. I want to thank you very much for stepping out of your comfort zone and coming on camera and speaking to everybody today. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to watch this, and anytime that you want to come back and share, the platform is all yours. Is there anything you'd like to say before I let you go?
Everyone, be true to yourself. And also focus on the quote unquote generational wealth, because our people have been deprived of that for so long. And I see Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, as an avenue to creating that generational wealth. And stay in prayer. I truly believe in prayer changes things, and you can trust my son. I love you, man.
Thank you, Mom. I love you too. All right, everybody, say bye to my mom. I will have her back periodically. Oops. Say that last time. One more time, Mom.
Have a blessed day.
All right. And I see you back there too, Dad. Love you too. All right, everybody. You just heard from my mom. And I know she was nervous. She's going to go back and watch this and critique it. She can be a perfectionist, and she's going to go back through it. You should have said this. You should have warned me about that. But that's okay. All right. So